Welcome to Between State Lines.
Welcome back to Between State Lines, episode 67. And, Steph, the Rapture is back on.
That's what I hear.
It's on again. This time, apparently, God and
Next week?
Jesus. It's next week, October 6th to the 8th, one of those days.
It's always next
But
week.
apparently, it's well, it's funny because I thought, I was like, it's going to be a year. They'll do the same time next year, or 2 years from now. No, literally a week later, we miscalculated. So apparently,
It's the Mayan
Jesus,
calendar one all over again.
yeah, Jesus and God forgot about the calendar swap, and they used the wrong calendar when they told these people, these prophets, that they were coming back. So
that's how it always works.
Yeah, I thought we had it at least a year, but these people, and it's especially funny because it's one of the bigger guys on TikTok who sold his car, one of the more famous ones. He, when it came around and no one got raptured, I was like, okay, I'm sorry, I won't talk about the rapture anymore. I'm done with this right now. Came back on, was like, nah, I'm good. I think it's on again, October 6th. Like, oh my god, dude, you just
Double
completely
down. That is the
double down.
strategy. Double down. If you're wrong, double down.
If you're wrong again, you triple down.
See, that's my strategy in fantasy football. How's it working for me?
Guys, Steph thinks all my advice is
Garbage.
The garbage. I told her pick up Kendrick Bourne because he had a quarterback tonight who he played with elsewhere and had a good connection with, and she picked him up, so half believed me, but did not start him, and he right now has 25 points on her bench.
I know,
So,
and then one of my other players is now questionable, and that, it didn't work in my favor because I didn't notice until after things already started, but it's fine. I live in an ignorance is bliss world. I don't actually know much of what's going on, so I'm okay with it for right now. But I think that anybody who actually listens to this podcast understands that you would absolutely throw me under the bus. And I think that they would side with me when I say I most of the time auto reject any trade proposals. And Holden, you throw them out daily. Every single day with my morning coffee, I get to reject a trade.
I do.
You
I
are
send
very
outrageous
consistent.
offers.
And I am very consistent with not even looking at them.
Because I peruse the standings. I'm like, okay, Staff just lost 2 players, and one's about to go down. I could dumpster dive here.
It sounds like you're taking my players out.
I am scamming the system and breaking their legs. But I was like, you know what? I think Steph needs help, and I made a very generous offer that was a little bit skewed towards me today.
A generous offer.
Generous offer.
I don't think that any of your offers have been generous, per se.
They've been generous to me.
Yes. Yes.
Generously helping me.
I'm sure they have, because like I said, I've maybe looked at 2 of them. And I feel like both times I just sent you something immediately that was absolutely not.
Yeah, you're like, thanks for the laugh. You said fuck you, but thanks for the laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. Yep.
Yeah. So we're both 1-3, so we'll see how it turns out.
Could be
but
better.
The government is shut. Could be better. It could be like Shelby and me 4-0, which is insane.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing, but
we should get her on here to help us with our fantasy league.
Well, she rejects trades for me every single day too. I offered her like I
Yeah,
think
okay,
every player on
see?
my roster.
Garbage. Get Shelby on here. We need to talk about how your trades are garbage. I don't even know
To be
football, and I love that. I'm going to keep it that way. It's my strategy. But I know
trade embargo.
if you send me something, it probably sucks.
Like I said,
I've looked at
I'm gonna send you like a really really good trade, and it'll be early in the morning before you had your coffee. Just auto reject it. You'll be like, oh shit, I could have taken that.
well, no, I wait until I have my morning coffee and then I look at the trades.
So the government is shut
I'm going to do
down.
that before.
I don't know your life.
Why would anybody? You're going to look at your fantasy trade offers before you have coffee? No, I wait until I'm settled in at work. This is
Well,
a
I make them
commute
before I
kind
have
of
coffee.
decision. I think I read your trade once at 2 a.m. and said, like, nighttime Stephanie's not allowed to make decisions.
And you got my hopes up. I was like, oh man, maybe she thinks that's a good trade. And the
No,
next morning,
I
that was the one you said. That was the one you said, "Fuck you." The next day too.
I know because I saw it with my clear eyes. My 2 a.m. me knows no good decisions are going to happen right now. So absolutely not. I will take a look at it later, and that is when I will give you an answer. But most of the
Which
time,
will
I just
always be
won't even
no.
look at it. I know. I
Uh,
told you what it needs to happen.
so the government is shut down, and Trump is blaming it all on the Democrats, per usual, the left. Oh, and he had some really fucking ridiculous tweet today. Let me pull it up because it was like just
A
fucking.
tweet or
I'm
his
sorry, a
stuff.
Truth Social.
Yes, Truth Social.
Stupid
Okay, just want to
Truth
make sure
Social.
that I understand what's happening in this timeline.
Yeah, it's fucking. Let's see.
It's
It's
exhausting.
a pretty awful Truth Social. Okay, so it's in reference to a man called Russ Vought, and if no one knows who Russ Vought is, I didn't hear about him until today. He is one of the architects or main writers of Project 2025. So just an all around shitty guy. So Trump said, I have a meeting today with Russ Vought, he of Project 2025 fame, to determine which of many Democrat agencies, most of which are a political scam, he recommends to cut, and whether or not those cuts will be temporary or permanent. I can't believe the radical left Democrats gave me this unprecedented opportunity. They are not stupid people, so maybe this is their way of wanting to quietly and quickly make America great again. So he's
Excuse me, what can you say it slow and loud for people that don't understand? Because I don't understand anything he's trying to say.
basically just coming out and saying that the Democrats are stupid for not beating him, and that he is going to use all the fascist power he can to get rid of any kind of Democrat run agency. Anyone who is opposing him, I'm guessing the government or some kind of branch, they're gone.
I mean, that lines up with who he is. That makes sense to me. It sucks, but like at this rate, we don't really see him ever just giving up office, right?
No, he's not going to. And I think his first move to secure 2028 was that they had that big meeting of all the generals in DC this week with Pete Hegseth. Or as someone called him online, Pete Keg's breath. uh, so in this big meeting, it was basically just a loyalty test meeting. So among the things they're calling for, they want increased physical fitness standards, and they're making it so if women can't do these standards, then oh well, you can't get promoted, you can't do this job. you are fucked. You're just like in the military doing like diddly squat. And he said he doesn't want any fat generals or fat admirals, and they all need to do the physical fitness standards. And if anyone disagrees or doesn't like what him and Trump are saying, that they should just resign. And so basically, trying to clean house. And I heard somewhere Trump is going to get rid of like 20% of the current generals and admirals in the military. So I'm hoping that people who don't like him stay in the military and don't resign, because we need people in those posts who will like
Say no.
actually say no and like stand up and like actually follow the Constitution, not this bullshit fascism.
Man, we live in just such scary times, and it's just so weird because life just keeps going. It's all just seems business as usual while all of this is happening at the very same time.
It
Like,
it
it is
just
exhausting.
it's so exhausting, and you don't like. I even like took a day or two off of TikTok and like social media, and just getting back into it, I'm like, oh my god, like it doesn't end. Like it's literally, it's a non-stop fuckfest. Like
Yeah.
like there's no it just it gets awful every single day. And and then so the one funny thing that happened though this week was that I don't know what the press conference was for, but I think it was about the shutdown, and they were talking about how Trump was saying how it's Democrats' fault, and a reporter asked and said that, well, you're saying that the Democrats want to give health care to undocumented immigrants, but that's not what they're trying to do. Like, it's not at all. And he said, and I quote, "I have a big heart, a bigger heart than you," to this random reporter. Like, he always has to like throw in this weird like jab. Like, I'm a good person, a better person than you. Like,
Even though this isn't even what he's trying to do.
exactly. Like, what the fuck?
It's delusional. Like, it's delusional. But it's so
just
scary to even like say anything.
Yeah, you can't like I mean, especially with the whole Charlie Kirk thing. Like you say too much and then you're gone. Like you're
Yeah, you say too much to the wrong person. It is wild.
Yep. That happened, and the weirdest thing happened this week where Ted Cruz, the douchebag, they call him Cancun Cruz, always fleeing the state of Texas during a natural disaster.
Yep.
He was saying in Congress that we need to stop, that both parties need to, say that rape is bad and like murder is bad and that attacking pedophiles is bad. And he didn't even correct what he said. Like clearly it was either a gaffe or a Freudian slip. I think it's a Freudian slip. But if it was a gaffe, he did not correct himself. He just like moved on. Like, what?
Yeah, you sent me that. That was
We need to stop attacking pedophiles? What?
says who? Says him? Why?
Is there a reason why? Like,
Yeah,
is Teddy
exactly.
Boy, or is he just protecting his pedophile in chief? Because we know Daddy Trump is a Epstein boy.
Kale Daddy Trump.
Daddy's Trump. But yeah, so that's literally not even like a scratching the surface on just the fucking fuckfest is our country. It's literally, and yeah, like you said, you have to keep working. Like we have to work and like live in this hellhole.
And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. You know?
Like say what you want everyone about Biden and how Biden was old. At least I high anxiety the last 4 years. Like I at least could sleep better at night.
This is my second time going through this, and both times have been like extremely high anxiety.
It feels so much worse this time though. Like last time we knew he was, a fucking idiot and fascist,
And it
but
was
it felt like
taking,
he didn't know what he was doing.
yeah, yeah. It was scary, but it wasn't like end of time scary.
Yep.
And now it does feel that way, but then it's like everything keeps going. And I'm like, I hate it here.
So I'll renew this plea, aliens. If you are out there, please, 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 please. Our time is done. Okay, just I won't even fight you. I will worship you. Just do your
Please
worst. Please. It
take
can't
us
get
with
any
you.
worse than it is.
Take us with you. I
So
just hate it here.
that's that. Uh the beef corner this week. We're resuming this thing.
Oh,
Fuck
thank
you,
God.
TikTok. Like
Fuck you, TikTok.
fuck you, TikTok. Uh fuck you, Subway. Always shitty sandwiches. I'm
Oh,
never not gonna say fuck you, Subway. And fuck you to this timeline.
fuck you, this timeline. I'm here
Fuck you to
for
this
it.
timeline.
Like, yeah, everything about this timeline sucks. And I don't feel
Quite
like I need to say
literally.
anymore because everybody agrees.
I feel
If
like
you know, you
we
know.
had like a positive news corner. You wouldn't have a very big positive news corner because there's
I thought
nothing
you were
positive.
saying we were going to have a positive news corner, and I was like, oh, good. What do we have?
we have we're still alive. That's the positive news.
This is
But
the
it's also
positive
bad
news
news.
corner. We have nothing.
We have zero zilch nada. Creep corner. So first fact I have for you is that the human botfly lays eggs under skin, where larvae hatch and wriggle inside living flesh until they're large enough to burst out. And victims often feel the larva moving beneath their skin for weeks before removal.
Okay, I hate that because I really love Naked and Afraid.
Well, now you don't.
Weeks?
I'm sure it could be shorter if you like. I mean, you probably feel it and you're like, It's nothing. And then
If you
if you don't want
choose
to
to
sound
stay
crazy,
and compete. Also, um, am I stupid? Because I didn't realize that it was wriggle and not wiggle until I had my own children and read it in a children's book.
well, I think you can like both are words, aren't they? Like wiggle and wriggle, like they're
I
both
don't know.
words.
I felt like I read that in children's books and I was like, why does it say wriggle?
Wait a minute, hold
But I'm
on.
hearing
Is
you say
this
it now and I'm like, is it just like, am I stupid?
the wiggle and the wiggles came up?
Yeah, what's the difference?
No, wiggle is a word. It's so wiggle is to move with irregular side to side or up and down motions. For example, she wiggled her toes.
Okay,
But
then what's a wriggle?
wriggle is twisting and turning with quick writhing movements.
What's
Um
the difference?
versus hold on. We'll do versus wiggle. We're not the only ones that have searched this. Wriggle implies a complex squirming motion, often an attempt to get out of something, while wiggle refers to a smaller, more general back and forth or up and down movement. So, wriggle is like you're trying to get away or get
Okay, so I don't feel like that should be in children's
out.
books. It sounds terrible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah.
But I guess
I
in
mean,
nature, getting out of like a cocoon or something, you would wriggle. And okay.
yeah, so it
Well,
could
I
be
learned something
acceptable.
today. So thanks.
So did I. There we go. The more you learn, oh, there's a positive news today. We learned the difference between wriggle and wiggle.
I've been wondering for years, but honestly,
Learn.
I wasn't curious enough to Google it.
Today I picked my daughter up from daycare, and we have a nanny share, and the nanny's daughter is who's I think 5 or 6, and she goes to school. She was there after school, and she was commenting on my hair, and she said, "It looks like somebody accidentally cut your hair on top of your head and forgot the sides." And I was like, you know, I didn't expect to get roasted by a 5-year-old today, but here we are.
And this child didn't make it to your grievances list.
Number 4. Fuck you. I feel like, and I get bald jokes all the time, and I'm like, they're some of them are funny when people try to like hurt my feelings, like when I'm arguing on Facebook. but
Like, how often
I
do
don't
people
know.
try to hurt your feelings?
When I'm arguing with people on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or any social media platform, they always go for the hair,
Really? Because
as
I
if
don't think I
like
make fun of your hair when you're sending me terrible trades. That is when you tell me I'm hurting your feelings.
maybe maybe you need to start doing that. This this trade has less traction than your head, or I don't know.
I'll come up with something. Don't worry.
You've been savage.
Yes.
But
Okay.
yeah, a five year
Your
old
jokes and
roasted
rejections.
me. 5-year old roasted me. I was like, man, this is a new level of low. Um, fact number 2: there is a hospital that keeps dead patients for study. This is different than like a hospital that dissects humans, like they have corpses they dissect or whatever the a cadaver for dissection. They actually leave human corpses in fields or cars or shallow graves to watch how they decompose in real time. And this is in Tennessee, and it's called a body farm. And the grossest thing is that local residents who live nearby report smelling death drifting for miles.
Wow.
I'm sure their
Yeah.
house
How
values are
unfortunate
like,
you buy a home near a body field.
you could probably get a really cheap house there, though. Sure, be like nothing.
Well, yeah. I have a
Um,
coworker that's trying to move out that way.
Let them know. Like, hey, maybe they'll find an area where there's a body farm and like live nearby, and your kids can go play in the body farm.
Yay!
Fact number 3: some graves leak a black ooze. So, in cemeteries with high water tables, decomposing corpses can seep a thick, tar like liquid called coffin liquor.
Called
And
what?
mostly us coffin liquor. It's called coffin liquor.
Okay.
And when I've heard, it's mostly like when you have them in older what do you call those? Like they're not catacombs, they're not graves. They're like they're like indoors. They have like you're in the wall. What is the name of that? Mausoleum, and like
Hmm.
mausoleums.
Okay.
Um yeah. So pretty creepy. Fact number 4: speaking of the catacombs, human remains are still being found in the catacombs of Paris. Even today, new bones surface in hidden tunnels, and some of them are found to be arranged in very unsettling patterns.
That makes so much sense. There's so much of the catacombs that is just complete mystery. That place is scary as shit.
Would you ever tour the catacomb? Not like an illegal tour, like just like the guided. No, the guided tour. You wouldn't do that.
I'd be one of those people that would hear a voice and get called off, somehow lose the group. It's my nightmare.
Okay, but but they in the guided tours they have like rails up so you can't get past anywhere.
Yeah, sure.
You just get like a trance and you're like climbing over the fucking.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
have
Steph,
no
there's a really
problem.
good trade offer down there.
Obviously, I don't give a shit about that.
Like, I'll give you James Cook if you go
All
walk
right, I'm
down that.
going. It's like, you know what I want.
And here's the worst fact of today. Some people wake up during autopsies.
No.
Very, yeah, very rarely people mistaken for dead have regained consciousness on the operating table. And I looked it up, and it's estimated between 20 and 50 people a year in the world wake up during an autopsy.
What's that percent?
Well, how many people die a year? Let's see.
That's what I really want to know.
How many people die?
Okay. Also,
50 to 60 million die a year. That's pretty low. That's like a really low percentage.
yeah. So just don't get an autopsy and that won't happen to you.
But that makes you wonder, people who are cremated, who don't have an autopsy, how many people end up getting tossed in the incinerator who are still alive?
And that's one of those things that all you can do is wonder. Because we
Hey,
will
I'll be
never
dead. So
know.
yeah. So, yeah. So that was creepy.
Yeah.
20
that
to
is
50
creepy.
people.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Wake up during an autopsy
I would.
and be the person that's doing the autopsy.
What would be worse though? What do you think? Like, would be worse to be there doing the autopsy and someone wake up, or being the person that woke up on the table?
I guess it depends on, do they live? Do they remember the experience? Because otherwise, the person who's doing the autopsy, they surely will.
The one case I saw from 2018, a guy had a heart attack, and he was misdiagnosed being dead in the hospital after weeks or whatever, days, and woke up in the autopsy and lived. As of the writing, 3 years ago, that article, he was still alive. So I
think
feel
it's
like,
the
I
person
don't know.
doing the autopsy then, because if you live through it, then you miraculously lived. The person who's doing the autopsy, like, that would be so freaking scary. I don't know that I could continue my job worrying that somebody's going to wake up.
You just start like slapping corpses. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up.
Or worse, that they're there but they don't wake up.
Yeah.
I think we read that story once about the incinerator.
Oh yeah, with the person who thought they heard the pulse or a heartbeat. Yeah.
And they like wouldn't
Yeah.
double check.
Well, there's also, in my research, there have been a high number of cases, like from years ago, so not anything recently, where people, for whatever reason, their bodies were exhumed, and on the coffin, like on the lid of the coffin, there were scratch marks. So the person had woken up during burial or after they're buried and tried to get out. And then other instances where like they have the bell on the grave, where again they've gone through and like exhumed the body, and they found evidence that the bell had been rung, but was probably rung when nobody heard it. It's like nighttime, or just no one was there, and they just died.
I mean, that's really scary. That's really scary.
Yeah.
But
So
also, is it like based on where I am, or is it more common that people are getting cremated? Because I don't feel like there's a ton of like regular burials these days.
I don't know. There's a cemetery nearby us, and I every so often, like I don't know, once a month, I see someone being buried out there. But then again, yeah, it doesn't take into account how many people are just cremated, because you wouldn't know. Um, but pretty wild stuff. I don't know if I want to be cremated anymore, or if I should be like made into a tree. Like,
Well,
you know,
if I have any say of it, you're being added to the bricks.
oh God, I forgot about your brick house of people's ashes,
That
the
made of
first
the
of its kind.
ashes of my ancestors and I guess now my friends. Because honestly, I don't have enough family that it's going to build a whole house in my lifetime. So, but if I want to be even close to like anything substantial, I'm going to need to start accepting a lot more than just my family.
You heard it here, guys.
We don't lose them
If
at
you
the right.
have if you have ashes and you want to get rid of them, they have to be done through legal means. I don't want you stealing someone's ashes. Tell us, send us a DM on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, and if it I get enough people, I will set up a PO box near where Steph lives,
No,
and we'll post the address,
I
and
said
they'll
the ashes
all
of my
ship it.
friends too, not
It's
people's
community.
random family.
The community. They're all friends to us now. This
No,
is
this is
family.
like when my uncle told me to put my grandparents out on the neighbors helping neighbors. Like, that's not how that works. They live here, so they have to listen to all my problems for the rest of eternity. No, we don't just give them to random neighbors on Facebook Marketplace.
Well, offer is still open, guys. Do it. And if I'll actually have it near me, and then I'll surprise Steph. Like I'll drive out to her with like a
This is why I
whole
don't accept your
trunk
trades.
load, a whole trunk load of ashes.
Is anybody
You know,
surprised?
I'm curious right now. I'm gonna check and see how many points that player I told you to pick
I
up
think I got like
scored.
24.
Wrong person.
24.20.
Yep, 24.20, guys.
Yep.
Well, ought to reject my trades.
Yeah, it sucks to suck.
Take my advice.
But also, you know what? It's not that bad. It's fine. Everything's
Fine.
gonna be fine. The only thing is that Irving is questionable, and that sucks.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for me. There's really no hope. So, but that's okay. Just not my week.
I'll trade you for Irving.
No.
Okay, so staying on the morbid in the morbid realm, we are going to continue our quest into finding some really creepy and wacky and weird games / rituals
Oh,
that
yay.
we will one day do. And
Mm,
last time
we'll
we
see.
had the Midnight Man, and I think one of the phone games, and a couple other ones, the Three Kings, whatever. The first one today is called the Closet Game.
Oh, I don't have a closet. This is perfect.
Have you ever wanted something? And I'm reading the post from Reddit, guys, so these are not my words. Have you ever wanted something so bad that you would do anything to acquire said thing? Maybe you wanted fame, fortune, or just simply wanted to find the love of your life. Or simply you want to trade with your friend who will not trade anything to you on fantasy football. Whatever it is, there is a way to achieve these things with the closet game. Before starting said game, understand the risks for playing. If you fail to complete the game or lose, you may find yourself in a realm you are unwelcomed in. It is important to be alone in your house. That way, there are no interruptions whatsoever. So, kick all your family out. Say, get the fuck out of my house. I need time to myself in the closet.
Yeah, so that sounds like something you'd have to do. I wouldn't fly at my house.
To, to begin, here are the supplies you will need to survive the game. You have one of these, a bottle of holy water.
Well, yeah, it's still in the original bottle. I didn't put it in the holy water bottles yet.
I think it's so funny. It's just it's in like a water bottle. Like,
Yeah,
it's the funniest thing to me.
it's because
You
the
need
holy water bottles, I have to like put it in a bowl and suck it up, and I just, who has time for all of this?
Jesus does, okay. Um, a holy Bible. I don't have one of those. I don't know if you do. I don't have one of those.
I bet. No, I was like, I bet my mom does, but probably not. Okay, wait.
You
I
need
need holy water.
holy water, a bottle. So probably more than you have right now.
A bottle? No, the holy water bottles are really small. I could fill one. Okay, but a holy Bible.
Is there?
Okay,
Why do they call it a holy Bible? Because like, isn't every Bible holy? Or there are some Bibles that are not holy.
Satanic Bible.
But isn't that holy to the
I don't
Satanists?
know. It's not called that. It's called the Satanic Bible. So,
I actually really like Satanism. It's such a misunderstood religion, and like I think it's mostly just made to like fuck with Christians, but
mm.
it's like less about worshiping Satan and more like worshiping yourself and
Oh,
like being your own person. But they called it Satanism to again fuck with Christians
okay.
because Christians are whack. So you need a flashlight. I almost said flashlight. You need a flashlight. You need a piece of paper, a pen, and a watch. Which you have a smartwatch. That'll probably work.
No, it won't.
It won't work.
Nope.
So
You're gonna have to use one.
it to begin, it must be 10 minutes before 1 a.m. You must have every one of your supplies, and you may then enter your closet, and it must be a small closet. Once entering, close the closet door and watch the time on your watch. Once it hits 1 a.m. exactly, write down your most desired thing on the piece of paper, setting it in the crack of the closet door. Speak the phrase, I wish to play for my desires. To know if it worked, glance at your watch, and if it is frozen at 1 a.m., the game has begun. And I guess it won't work with your watch then because
Exactly. See?
it won't freeze.
I knew
Okay,
it.
that makes sense. The
You're gonna have
paper
to do this
you
one.
wrote on, the paper you wrote on and placed at the crack of the closet door will be gone. Place the Bible in front of the closet door and recite a prayer of your choosing. Well, I guess you gotta know your biblical prayers then.
Prayers. Oh, shoot.
Um,
Don't know that either.
don't know that. There will be a voice on the other side. And under no circumstances do you open the closet door or move the Bible. It will try to entice you to leave or move the Bible. Simply repeat the prayer until the voice stops. And make sure you have good intentions with your desires, because if you don't, I can't guarantee your safety while playing. The game
Well,
will
what the hell
only
does
get...
that mean?
Well, I guess if you're wishing that somebody would die, I guess it's not good desires. So you're more likely to be possessed or killed or whatever.
Yeah, I guess you should probably know that because that's like karma, right?
Well, I guess also my wish of getting your fantasy players won't work either because it'd be bad juju, negative desires.
Well, there's that. I don't have a closet, so no need to worry about me.
The the game will only get harder from here. Next, you will see a figure directly in front of you. Do not, and I repeat, do not lose eye contact with it,
Oh my
no matter
god.
what. Once you are sure it is gone, you may look around again. The voice will begin speaking again, only it will sound like a friend or family member. It will try everything to get you to leave the closet. Remember, it is not real. If you feel a hand on your shoulder, close your eyes and count backwards from 10. Once the feeling of the hand on your shoulder is gone, you may reopen your eyes. Congratulations, you are halfway there.
Oh my god.
I like how counting backwards from 10 is like a counter to this person or being touching you.
I don't
Like,
like
oh,
that you have to
fuck.
maintain eye contact.
The figure will then be back, only it'll be right up to your face,
Nope.
staring at you blankly with a crooked smile. Again, do not look away or close your eyes.
No.
This is how it gets you. Keep your composure. If the figure hasn't left yet, while keeping eye contact, reach in your pocket and grab your holy water. Open it and splash it on the thing. It will sound like burning on it, and it will retreat screeching. I also like how there's like a million steps to these like games, and in this case, you can't like read the instructions as you're doing the game because you look away from the thing. Like
You have to memorize every last instruction
everything.
or you die.
At this point, you will begin to have visions of leaving the closet. Visions of a warped version of your house, your world, your friend, your family, and of yourself. Your warped self may appear in the closet with you. It will then try to convince you to leave the closet, that you are wasting your time, that you will never get what you desire. It will be convincing, but try your best to fight the urge. This is where many fail. If you succeed, you have one final trial. Like, goddamn. To accept yourself for
Is
who
this
you
not
are.
enough?
Do we not go through enough trials here? So that you have one final trial to accept yourself for who you are. You will again be face to face with an imagination version of yourself, and you must accept your own flaws and personality. That's kind of cute. That's a cute little thing. Like, you have to accept yourself for who you are. Like,
Have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet?
I watched half of it, and it's really good.
It's the same. Same message.
Oh, thanks for spoiling it.
You're
Spoiler
welcome.
alert.
My bad. Also,
Actually, I found.
why are you taking forever?
Well, I watched it on a trip with my nieces and nephews, and
Then
then,
thought to never finish it?
well, I don't have Netflix, and like I can't borrow his account because Netflix blocks password sharing now for some psychopathic reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I got no way to watch it. So one day I'll finish it, or you can just spoil it for me. What happens in the end? Does she get to be with the guy that she loves?
I don't think so.
Oh, thanks for spoiling it.
You
Jeez.
just asked.
You're supposed to lie and say yes, they get married and have kids. A happy ending.
He's a demon,
She's a half demon, though.
but I think he sacrifices himself for her.
Oh, jeez. Thanks for spoiling it. Jeez.
You asked for it.
Uh, so if you do these things and you accept your own flaws and personality, congratulations, you have completed the closet game. If you glance at your watch, it should be 1:01 a.m. You may not leave the closet. Hold on. You may not leave the closet, and you should see what you desire. I think it says, I think they mean you now can leave the closet, and you should see what you desire if it is an object. Other things like love or fame will happen over time. What? That's like natural life. Oh, I did this whole game, and it's like, you'll get your love one day. Like, I mean, you're like 50. Like, you'll find it. We didn't say
Yeah,
when you were going to get it.
bullshit.
So this person said that his friend and him played and failed, and he hasn't seen him since. So know the risks of the game and if it's really worth trying to do. So that's the closet game. Kind of lame, besides like seeing the creature in front of you.
Why is that the cool part?
Because you're face to face with a demon. I would assume it's a demon or a ghost.
Yeah,
Or
I guess that is the cool part. Huh.
I would play these games with like, I'd write down on the paper, I want to see a demon. And then like the demon shows up, I'm like, oh yeah, I did it. Fuck yeah. Or no, even better. I'd say, I want a demon to have my baby. And that way, the demon, my child demon, would possess like superpowers and probably could like tell the future and like fly and like have no problem being evil, and I could send it off to do things in the world, you know?
But
Am I
also, why do
bidding?
you think this child's just going to have your loyalty?
Okay, I'll make a caveat. I want a demon to have my child and the child be loyal to me. A
Oh,
two-part requirement there.
I don't think you can make that many wishes.
If Donald Trump can demand loyalty from his generals, okay, I will demand loyalty from a demon baby. Or I'll send them off to live with the ghost babies.
Yeah, what power do you have like over the demon themselves? They'll just take their demon baby, go raise hell, and they'll be back later to seek vengeance.
Even better, you just made it more clear to me. I need to wish to have control over an army of demons.
Who wants an army of demons?
Who's gonna literally, you think I could say whatever I want on social media and no one's gonna come to kill me because I'll have an army of demons, right, protecting me at my house, standing in the front yard, guarding my door.
I feel like this
They could fly me
is
anywhere.
supernatural.
They could fly me wherever I want to go. I want to go to the beach. Bam, I'm at the beach.
That's the only
My
cool
ba-
part of this.
I won $1 million
But you're gonna have to
randomly.
hope that they listen to you.
Well, that would
And it
be
just
baked
can't be
into my
why.
request. I'll bake it into my request. Okay,
I guess.
put it in the fine print. They need to be loyal to me.
Doesn't seem you're thinking these things through right now, so I just don't know about later.
So this next game is the elevator game. So how to play the elevator game?
I've heard of this one. I would never play this one.
That's a bummer. So there are many steps to playing and surviving the elevator game, and as we've been warned, It is imperative that you follow them precisely and in the exact order. In this
Exactly.
game,
Too many steps.
well, this you could have the paper in front of you though,
Too
but
many
also like
steps. You thinking you're freaking out? You're gonna sit there and read?
this game better have like something you get out of it because like the last game you got your own desire, what you wanted. You're basically a wish. But like the telephone game from last time, you just went into a demon realm and like rode around in a car with a demon for a little bit and that's it.
Well, this one might be a little bit worse than that.
So in this game, you need at least one player in an elevator in a building with a minimum of 10 floors. And here's how to play. Step 1. Let's say you're the player. You enter the elevator alone or with somebody else. No outsider can enter the elevator with you, nor can you leave at any point. If you do exit the elevator, you must start over. Step 2. You ride the elevator from floor to floor in a specific sequence. Up to the 4th floor, down to the 2nd floor, up to the 6th floor, back down to the 2nd floor, up to the 10th floor, and then down to the 5th floor. So 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. Remember, don't get off in any of the floors. When you get to the step 3, when you get to the 5th floor, if you encounter a mysterious woman, do not look at her and do not answer or interact with her in any way. The consequences of engaging with her are said to include the possibility of never returning to the real world. Step 4. Now, push the button to descend from the 5th floor to the 1st floor. Here's where they say things could get crazy. If the elevator operates normally and takes you to the 1st floor, exit immediately and do not look back or talk to anyone. But if it instead takes you to the 5th, from the 5th to the 1st, the elevator begins to go up. Well, congratulations, you're being allowed into another world, or so they say. Alternatively, you might resist the urge to freak out and instead simply press the emergency button and wait for the fire department to arrive with help. So now you know how to punch your ticket to this portal to another world. Elevator game believers say all sorts of things might happen at this point. Things look different. It might be dark and spooky. The power might be out, and no one else will be around. Some players even claim they looked out the window and saw only a red cross in the distance. You might even lose consciousness. If you're like me, though, probably the thing you'd want most in this situation is how to get home. And here are those steps. Step 1. Get back to our world. The rules say you must get on the same elevator you rode before. Finding it might be a problem, but intrepid believers advise you keep searching until you find it. Step 2. Once you enter the elevator again, move from floor to floor in exactly the same sequence you did originally. So 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. Upon reaching the 5th floor, press the button to the 1st floor. If the elevator starts ascending again, quickly press the button for any other floor before you reach the 10th floor. Or, as suggested, you can simply press the emergency button, have a seat, and wait for help to arrive. And that's the elevator game. The same thing as that freaking phone game. You
Told you.
don't do anything. Lame.
Other realm. Scary. Because you may not make it back.
We'll do this game at some point. You will not do this game with me?
No.
That's lame.
No.
If I were the architect of a building with 10 plus floors, I would program the elevators. So if someone put the exact sequence of 4, 2, 6, 2 10-5 in a set amount of time, it would do the thing that it says it will do to go to the next dimension just to fuck with people. That way, they go, I made it to the other realm. It's real. And there's nothing there, like a regular floor.
That
But
sounds awful.
what if that realm is better than this realm, though?
It doesn't sound any better. It sounds worse. I don't want
I don't
worse.
know. I don't
I
know.
can't handle worse.
I don't know. I've seen this world. This world is pretty awful. Maybe another realm will be better.
I don't. I can't. Can't do worse.
So this next one is called Hide and Seek Alone.
Shit. I was like, I know how to play this one.
All right, kids, let's play hide and seek. Uh,
All right, guys, we're not allowed to play hide and seek ever again.
but playing hide and seek alone is quite popular in various parts of Asia. Those who have tried it report it actually works, and that they felt their lives were threatened. So things you will need: a doll with legs. Is there any doll that doesn't have legs? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
The doll will serve as a place for the spirit to enter. Therefore, it is advised that you do not use a human doll or a doll that you like, because there is a great chance that spirit will not leave the doll. Yeah. Rice. The spirit eats this offering and is said to grow stronger.
Do we want to give this
Red.
spirit rice then?
I guess you do it so you can power it up so it can actually play with you.
Okay. That's just not a me thing. But it's cool. I just don't get it.
You need some red thread. This symbolizes blood and acts of restraint. You need something from your body. Fingernails are the most commonly used, but some use their own blood, skin, hair, etc.
Skin?
Don't. You could probably just, shave off some skin off your foot.
Ow.
You never use those those foot socks that soak your foot and your skin peels.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you meant shave your foot and just shave off a layer of skin. I'm like, oh my god,
like a cheese grater.
Yeah, I guess like a cheese slicer is what I was picturing.
Jesus.
Oh my god. It's like woof.
Do not use someone else's body parts, or it will become a curse. So, I'll use your hair.
No, so it can become a curse.
Yes.
Why are you like this?
Do you blame me? The world has made me this way.
This is why. Do you blame me for not trusting you?
You need a weapon. Something to stab the doll with so that you can something you can stab the doll with so that you can anger it. Real knives are dangerous, so most people use pencils or needles. I mean, needles are just as dangerous, so
yeah, pencils or needles.
You need salt water or alcohol. Without this, the game will not end. This material is used to get rid of the spirit. You need a hiding place. And you need a name. Giving the spirit a name is the most powerful thing a human can give. Names give spirits great power.
Shit.
That's pretty funny. So, step 1, cut the doll open and replace its insides with rice. Step 2, place something from your body in the doll.
No.
someone just takes a massive shit and just puts it
Oh
inside,
my god.
and the whole entire game you just smell like this fucking like ass doll.
This is terrible.
You're like laying in bed sleeping, and you're like, "What's that smell?" And she's like, "It's like
You
shh."
always know when it's coming.
Um, Step 4: in a bathroom, pour water into a large. I'm sorry, I skipped step 3. Step 3:
Probably
wrap
wasn't
the
important.
doll with the red thread as if to hinder it. Step 4: in a bathroom, pour water into a large basin and find some place to hide. Step 5: place a cup of salt water in the place before starting the game. So, water, find a place to hide, put a cup of salt water in that place before the game starts. Step 6: start at 3 a.m. because that is the time when spirits are most active.
Shit, I'm already
Step
tired.
7. Step 7: give the doll a name. Step 8: when the clock strikes 3, close your eyes and say, first tagger is insert doll name 3 times. If you're talking to the doll, you must talk sternly. Step 9: go to the bathroom and place the doll in the wash basin. Step 10: turn off all the lights. Step 11: close your eyes and count to 10. Ready your weapon and head to the bathroom. Go to the doll and say, I found you, insert doll name, and stab the doll. Afterwards, close your eyes and say, now, insert doll name is it 3 times. Step 12: place the weapon next to the doll.
No.
You're giving the doll your weapon? What the fuck?
Yeah, never. Never.
Place the weapon next to the doll and go to your hiding place. You must lock the door as well as all other doors and windows. Step 13: drink the salt water, but do not
No.
swallow or spit it out. The salt water will protect you from the spirit. When you want to end the game, take any leftover salt water or alcohol and find the doll. Keep
Leftover?
in
Where's
mind-
it going?
Well, I guess you didn't drink all of the salt water. You just took a big gulp. I don't know where the alcohol is used at this point.
I'm so confused.
I'm kind of confused too. They mention alcohol, but to this point, it has not been used yet. So take any leftover salt water or alcohol. I guess you could maybe interchange it. And so instead of using salt water, you use alcohol and just hold alcohol in your mouth.
All this sounds horrible. Salt water sounds significantly better than alcohol.
Yeah, it does. Find the doll. Keep in mind the doll may not be in the bathroom, and there may have been instances of it being outside. When you find the doll, spray the salt water in your mouth onto the doll, and do the same with the excess water you have left. Close your eyes and shout, I win, I win, I win. The spirit in the doll will give up, and the game ends. It is advised to dispose of the doll by burning it. Important: keep the game under 2 hours. After 2 hours, the spirit in the doll will be too strong to be removed. You must play alone. The more people that are there, the higher chance of someone getting possessed. Don't go outside. When hiding, be silent. Turn off all electronics before starting. When running away, do not look back. Also, don't fall asleep while playing.
Oh
The
God.
doll might stab you.
Well, I
Uh,
would die.
when discovered by the doll, you can get a small wound or even get possessed. If found by the doll, be careful because your weapon will be somewhere on the floor or in your pocket. After the game is over, it is important to clean up properly. Be sure to put the salt in every corner of the house, especially places where you put the doll and where you found it. Salt is said to scare spirits away. People who have played reported some of the following events that usually take place while playing. One, TVs changing on their own, changing channels on their own. Perfectly normal lights starting to flicker, doors opening and closing, and hearing the sound of laughter.
Well, hate all that. If we ever find something that's like one of the symptoms is TVs randomly turning back on, I have that problem at my second job.
Oh, you do?
It just makes me laugh though. But yeah,
Is it a ghost?
it doesn't, I don't know what it is. It's something. I don't know. Sometimes we blame a ghost. We just go, oh, it's a ghost. But like we have um 6 TVs and one of them has to stay on because it has lottery. And then the rest of them turn off and we have 5 remotes that should control the TVs and then there's like 2 other random remotes. And yeah, it's like we'll go around and I'll take all of them with me and I'll just turn all the TVs off. And then I'll start walking away and one of them will turn back on. And I'm like, oh, damn it. And I'll go turn that one off. And then another one will turn back on. And like we will put the remotes away and we will watch another one turn on. And we're like, damn it.
I wonder if there's a ghost there.
I don't know. It happens very frequently. Like it's almost maddening sometimes, like trying to turn them all off. And I'll just be like, I give up. And it'll just be like one or like normally it's just one that I'll give up, but especially if I've like already typed in the code for the night, like nope, I'm out of here. Yeah.
Oh, like when you're leaving, like as you're locking the door, it'll like you'll see it turn on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, love that.
And yeah, like my friend will help me close and it happens to him too, where I'm like, good luck with these. And
Fuck
at first
that.
he didn't understand what I meant and now yeah, he's like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, I know. It's wild. And then sometimes you'll go around, you'll use every single remote, and you're like, none of them turn this TV off. Which one's supposed to be for this one? And then I'll go over and like use one of them, and it just turns it off instantly. He's like, what? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I honestly can't tell you. They're just really frustrating.
Wow.
Yeah.
Has it been that way forever, or like just recently started happening?
Oh no, it's years. It's been like this for years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind of funny if they swapped out the TVs with new TVs and they still do that. Be really funny.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
mean, it wouldn't surprise me. We might have a ghost there.
You need to get a priest in there, or you need to cleanse it with your sage,
Nah, it's fine.
or you need to take the holy water and
I hear
however
like
Christ compels you.
sometimes
You
I'll tell the people at the place next door because like they're open during the day, but they close really really early, and I'll be like, "Oh, I can hear your music when I'm in the bathroom." And they're like, "There's nothing on."
That's weird.
Yeah, and like I turned our music system off. And they're like, "No, I can hear it. I can hear your music like really clearly when I'm in the bathroom."
See, that makes me think maybe that whole like stretch of stores or whatever
Maybe. I mean,
somebody's
the
haunting.
other side of us is like a Dollar Tree, so they leave at like 10.
Still wild though. Like music turning on, and you can hear it. Woo.
Yeah, and like the bathrooms on that side that is on their side, and they're like, there's no music. Like even if the music was playing, like that's the office or something on that side. So they're like I was in there, there's nothing. And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Do 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 do. There's a ghost. Now you had to worry about a ghost there.
I'm not worried about it. We get along.
Now you're not worried about it, but now that you
No,
told me the story, it's like gonna start ramping up, and you'll see like
nah,
dishes fall off the counter.
we don't have dishes with
You'll
glasses.
see bar stools just like upside down. One day you'll be leaving, you'll close the door, and like you'll see in the in the bar like just like 4 bar stools stacked up on each other. That's what I would do if I was a ghost. I would just start fucking with like I would put like your bar glasses in the bathroom. It's like in the sink back there.
I'd be so pissed.
Like what the fuck? And you forget it was me. You'd be like, what the fuck is happening? And I'd be like, I'd like would take the glasses and spell your name out, and you'd be like, I don't know what this is. Like, what the fuck is this?
I know. I am so ignorant. Like, I think about that all the time because, like, Lauren died last year, my best friend. I am like, is she sending me signals or am I delusional? Or am I really ignorant? Like, because I don't really know. I don't know. I don't
So
know.
the final game we're gonna go over today is called the I just lost it. The Man in the Fields Ritual.
Doesn't sound good, but let's go for it.
So the requirements for this: one person, you need a house with a backyard or back garden, at least one room with one door. The previously mentioned sole door should ideally have a lock, and the room with the door should preferably be empty. You need a non-electric light source, such as a candle or a lantern. Ensure you have a lighter or matches to light it with, a crucifix, an analog watch or clock, and phones. And it says phones plural, so I assume multiple. Instructions: begin after sunset, yet before midnight. How much time you leave yourself is up to you entirely. However, it is not recommended to begin less than 1 hour before midnight. So clear the house and backyard to ensure they're both devoid of all people. Ensure you have your crucifix with you at all times. Next, light your candle, enter the backyard, and turn to face the house. Repeat the following sentence a total of 7 times. But who will scare the crows away? Now listen. If you hear nothing, then the summoning has failed. Do not continue. There are no known consequences for entering your house after failing the summoning. It is still recommended to leave the house completely and to not return until after 6 a.m. If you hear something like a voice behind you or a voice in your head, congratulations. The summoning was successful. If you did hear the voice will say, that's not your biggest problem. Note and heed the warning. Return to your house, lock the door behind you, and do not look behind you. Now, go to the room with one door. It should, once again, be devoid of all objects. It should be empty. If it isn't, however, close everything that can open, including bags, drawers, the closet, containers, boxes, anything. Do not miss anything. If something can open, close it. You have to close it. This will be your safe room. Leave the crucifix in your safe room. Continue holding your candle or lantern. Now exit the safe room. Your task is to close everything that can open that has opened. Everything.
Oh
As
my
much as you
god.
humanly can. As much as you humanly can before midnight. If you see a man with ashen skin in your peripheral vision, do not look at him and do not talk to him. Although do not fear although do not fear him at all. He is not the man in the fields. Do not look in the backyard. Do not look in the backyard. Never look into the backyard.
Okay, cool.
If you do look in the backyard, immediately run as fast as you can to your safe room. Once inside, close the door as soon as possible and lock it. Do not open the door no matter what you may hear outside or don't hear. Do not leave until 6 a.m. Stay inside. Completing the game. Once you're in your safe room, go to your bed. Now close your eyes and try to sleep. You need to sleep. Do not open your eyes. If you cannot sleep, no matter what, don't open your eyes, or he will come into the bedroom. If you wake up in the morning, congratulations. If you don't, you're dead. The winning conditions. If you win the ritual, you remain completely and entirely safe for a whole calendar year. What you are safe from will depend on when you start the ritual exactly. If you start the ritual 3 hours before midnight, your safety is physical. You will succumb to no illness at all for one calendar year. If you start it 2 hours before midnight, your safety is physical and financial. You will remain in perfect condition and health, and you will never feel the want for money for a whole calendar year. If you start at 1 hour before midnight, you will be safe in every way humanly possible. Your actions will have zero consequences. You will suffer no illness. You will become practically immortal for one whole calendar year.
Oh my god.
Additional notes. While a house with a backyard or back garden is fine and effective, a secluded farmhouse with a field is known to have a better success rate overall. You can begin the ritual at any time before midnight, but people that have begun the ritual at 9 p.m. never succeed in the ritual. Also, no known attempt performed less than an hour before midnight has ever succeeded, yet for different reasons. The Ashen Man is not the man in the fields. He's more of a he's more of a he's more of a referee. The backyard. If you dare look into the backyard, you will see a scarecrow that you've never seen before. The scarecrow in question is taller than any scarecrow should be. If you see him, he'll also see you, and he'll climb down from his post. This, obviously, is the man in the fields. Once he looks at
Obviously.
you, once he looks at you, even before he gets off the post, you have a total of 60 seconds to get back to your safe room. Do not falter. Do not at all, even so much as consider opening the door to your safe room once inside. If you open the door, he will come in and he will take something that you need, something important, a piece of anatomy perhaps. And one more thing. Once you make it into your safe room after getting chased by the man in the fields, absolutely ensure that nothing at all in your safe room is open. If something is open, he will be able to get in and kill you. So wait a minute, hold on. Let's back it up here. So if you open the door,
Back it all the way
he'll
up.
back. If you open the safe door after running in there, after seeing him, he will come in and he'll take something important to you. It could be, like an arm or a leg or whatever, or it could be like your cell phone. But if you run in there and something like a box or a cabinet is open, he'll come in and kill you.
It's unfortunate, sad truth. Come in and
Like what?
kill you.
Like what determines the difference? Like, but like what makes him want to kill you? Because he has to go through.
Exactly.
I guess you should make it harder for him. Maybe I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know, but there's flaws for sure.
We could play that one. Well, we can't because it'd be one person, so I had to play it my own and tell you how it went. But I could
Yeah,
do
it's a
that.
good plan. Do that.
I'll find a farmhouse abandoned somewhere.
You'll have some luck out there somewhere.
But at least like this one and the doll one, I guess, and the closet game. Like there's a purpose to the games. Like, you know, in the elevator game, you're just like hoping to get to a different dimension and like
Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
like just wanting to get to a different realm. I'd rather switch timelines. There's gotta be easier ways. You know?
Well, who's to say that this other dimension is not a different timeline?
I mean, it just seems like it's the worst kind of timeline. I'd rather just do the game that's like you're turning left and right a bunch.
We should read that story. That'd be like a 10-part series, but we should definitely read that story. Really good.
Haven't we read that story?
No, it's like a 6-part story. It's a long short story.
Hmm.
I think I told you about it, but yeah, we have not read it yet.
Dang it.
Maybe we'll start it next episode and finish in Halloween.
Like, yeah, tell me a story.
But also, if you did the closet game, your request could be changing timelines to a better timeline.
I don't like closets, so can't do. Sorry.
And mine will just always be, I want Steph to accept one of my fantasy trades. And they'll be like, no, we can't do that because she's never going to do that. And so like, they'll be like,
True
you need to
story.
choose something else.
No, they're probably like, you snooze, you lose. Should have chose something better. Can't believe you wasted that that wish on that.
Guys, I also want to say that Steph lost CD Lamb, the one of the biggest receivers in the game. She's gonna lose Bucky Irving, and she lost Jalen Warren. And I, out of the goodness of my heart, have offered to help her out with nothing but innocent intentions.
Tell him. You're naming names. Tell him.
I offered her. What did I offer you?
It's
Let me
shameful.
look. Shame. Okay, the first trade I will say was a bullshit trade. I was hoping I'd catch you in the morning when you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, I like how your screen went all dark as soon as you start talking about it. It's like on the Netflix show when the person's ashamed and they have their identities concealed.
So I asked when CeeDee Lamb got injured, I wanted CeeDee Lamb and Bucky Irving before he was injured. And I was going to give you David Montgomery, Brees Hall, and Brian Thomas Jr. That was an awful trade. The second trade, okay, that was also a bullshit trade. Bucky Irving and Marvin Harrison Jr. Kind of not really, because Marvin Harrison did suck until last week. For Brees Hall, Travis Hunter, and Isaiah Pacheco. But this last trade, I offered you Zay Flowers, the receiver for the Ravens, for Jalen Warren. And she said no. So I will continue to offer her ridiculous trades and see if I ever get one that comes.
We'll update you. But as for now, I'm
Right.
not reading them. I'm just reject, reject.
I respect the game. I do. I respect it. It's okay. A few years ago, I had a guy in our league who he joined and did not pay attention, mostly because he had a kid and he forgot about it.
Yeah,
And so I
he wanted to
offered him
spite
like
you.
he wa- no, I offered him a ridiculous trade, like his best players for like three garbage players, and he accepted it. And the entire league, like, was up in arms,
I bet
pissed
they
off.
were.
I think like five people vetoed it. It went through because they had to have six to veto. But
See, that's why I veto everything.
um, but all right, everyone, thank you for joining us. We'll update you guys next week, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.